It's time now for a special KBRF Radio Sports streaming presentation. Today's game is proudly brought to you by Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout. The Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Midwest Printing. Ashby Schools. Running Stitches Embroidery. Ashby Equity. Ashby Market and Meats. Rylander Insurance. FM Bank. And by American Legion Post number 30. Now let's head out for the pregame.
Well, good evening, everyone. We're live from the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Activities Center, where tonight we have a Little League Conference boys basketball matchup for you right here on KJ Country 96.5 FM. We're also streaming live on the Fergus Now app and the KBRF YouTube channel. It's the Hillcrest Comets at home against the Ashby Arrows boys basketball tonight. And Jason Retzloff, happy to be with you, along with Dave Bishop, taking care of our live stream tonight. We mentioned before on the Fergus Now app and the KBRF YouTube channel. And Ashby and Hillcrest. Ashby had a busy week last week. They had four games in 5 days. And we'll review what they've been up to here in just a bit. The Hillcrest Comets, they come into this game winning 3 in a row. They played last night, so they're coming off a game. They had a win at Brandon Evansville last night that we'll get into when we come back to our next segment. But these two teams have played previously, and Hillcrest won at Ashby. That was just a little over a month ago on January 8th. I was able to be there for the call on that one. And Hillcrest won that one 66-38. It was a competitive first half. Hillcrest had an 8-point lead at the half, but they outscored Ashby 35-15 in the second half. They did a great job on the boards, if I remember correctly, and utilized some of their athleticism, and that's something Ashby's going to have to limit tonight to stay in this game. In that first game, Lincoln Nash led Hillcrest with 17 points. Sean Berge had a double-double with 15 points and 10 rebounds. And Ethan Swedberg also had a double-double. He had 17 rebounds along with his 12 points. And on the Arrows side, it was Trayton Nelson leading the way with 21 points. The Comets are 14-5 on the season. The Arrows come into this one 6-13. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll look at what these teams have been up to most recently, some of the more recent games coming into this one tonight. It's Hillcrest hosting Ashby High School boys basketball. Take a break with more in the pregame show right after this.
Have you ever experienced love at first drive? At Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls, that spark happens every day when customers get behind the wheel of a new Chevy or Buick vehicle. You'll also fall in love with how you'll be treated. Minnesota Motor Company is a dealership that provides honest deals and small-town care that lasts long after you drive off the lot. Find your new love today. Minnesota Motor. South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
It takes a team to win on the court and at home. When it comes to heating your house, Ashby Equity is the MVP. Their secure comfort propane options keep you warm all season long. Score big with contract pricing. Put Ashby Equity in the game today at ashbyequity.net.
Auto Owners is local, personal, and affordable. That's simple human sense.
Contact Dallas, Chris, or John at Rylander Insurance Agency in Ashby to find the right insurance that fits you.
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
From fresh cut steaks to deli favorites and local goodies, Ashby Market and Meats brings the flavor home. Perfect for supper, snacking, or stocking up for the weekend, this place is a local favorite for a reason. Ashby Market and Meats, small town charm, big time taste.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
And back here at Hillcrest in Fergus Falls, where it's Little League boys basketball. Hillcrest at home against Ashby. The Arrows, the visiting team tonight. They're 6-13 on the year. They come into this one 2-10 in Little League play. And they had a tough week last week. They had dropped 4 games, and they had a tough schedule in that they played four games in 5 days. In fact, they had 2 games against Underwood. We brought you the one from Underwood early last week. They played Underwood twice within a 3-day span from Monday to Thursday. Bad Lake was in there, and then their most recent game was a loss at Rothsay, 79-51. That was on Friday. That's when the Arrows played last. We did see some history last week in Underwood where Trayton Nelson scored his 1,000th career point. The standout junior guard for Ashby got his 1,000th point. Good to see history in our live stream and broadcast at Underwood last Monday, that was. So congrats to Trayton on that. He's at 1,037 at the moment as we speak here coming into this one. John Holston, head coach of the Ashby Arrows, he talked about, this is as simple of a key as it gets, but making shots. The Arrows have struggled to score. They got to find a way to get some momentum, get some confidence shooting the ball. He talked about having no transition baskets for Hillcrest, not letting their athleticism get out and go as they did in the second half on January 8th, the first time these two teams played. And then they got to do a good job on the boards. Ethan Swedberg had 17 rebounds in the first game these two teams played. Sean Berge had 10. Keeping the Comets off the board will be a key. Well, the home team, the Hillcrest Comets. Hillcrest is 14-5 on the year. They are undefeated, 12-0 in Little League play, trying to close in on a Little League championship. A Little League championship that the Hillcrest girls clinched last night with their win at Parker's Prairie. But the Hillcrest Comet boys, they won 3 in a row coming into this one. They did play last night. That was at Brandon Evansville, an 89-58 win. Comets got off to a little bit of a slow start. They trailed 7-0, but they took a 41-28 halftime lead and cruised in the second half to victory. The Comets shot 59% from the field. They shot 51% from 3, and Kean Stender had 27 points for Hillcrest. He had 7 threes in the game. The 6'4 senior lit it up, so a great night for Kean last night. And then Lincoln Nash and Ethan Swedberg in double figures. Nash had 17, Swedberg had 12, and then Drew Fisher added 9 points. And Drew Fisher's kind of been the Comets' defensive specialist and a guy that doesn't score a lot. Well, he's had 9, 9, and 8 the last 3 games. Donovan Rognes mentioned that before the game. So Drew Fisher giving the Comets a little bit of scoring as well. Coach Rognes said, the key is their offense. Everything they do runs through their defense. If they defend well, their offense plays well. And so it starts with the defense. And then just like Coach Holston said, they want to limit the Comets in transition. It was Donovan Rognes saying that the Comets really want to push the pace in transition, get it up and down, make it more of an open floor game. So those were the keys from Donovan Rognes. All right, another break here. Back with more on the pregame show. We'll throughout the night, we got a ton of games going on tonight here on Tuesday night that we'll do our best to monitor scores. Ton of games on our latent media stations as well too throughout. So we'll have some scores coming for you as well from the area as well. Take a break and back with more on our pregame show right after this.
Auto Owners is local, personal, and affordable. That's simple human sense.
Contact Dallas, Chris, or John at Rylander Insurance Agency in Ashby to find the right insurance that fits you.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
From fresh cut steaks to deli favorites and local goodies, Ashby Market and Meats brings the flavor home. Perfect for supper, snacking, or stocking up for the weekend, this place is a local favorite for a reason. Ashby Market and Meats, small town charm, big time taste.
Back here at Hillcrest, and it is the Hillcrest Comet boys at home against the Ashby Arrows. Hillcrest leading the Little League Conference. The Comets are 12-0 in Little League play. Hancock is in second place at 8-2, 13-5 overall. Rothsay is at 8-4, and then Underwood at 6-3. Then everyone else after that is either 500 or below. The Comets are jockeying for position now as we're within 3 weeks of the Section 6A tournament and the basketball playoffs getting going. Hillcrest right now in the KBRF rankings would be the 6th seed, as they're kind of jockeying for position all the way around. The Arrows are towards the bottom of the Section 6A standings, but the Comets are kind of in a cluster of teams that really could move anywhere up from number 4 all the way down to maybe 7 or 8. So they're trying to bolster, I should say, their QRF ranking, try to get the highest seed that they can in that large Section 6 standings that has a bunch of teams. I'm not sure what the number of teams are. It's over 20 in Section 6A. It used to be a south and a north half. Well, it's just one big section for the tournament here coming up. So we're going to take another timeout, and when we come back, we're going to introduce tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls. They're about to have the prayer, the national anthem, and then the starting lineup. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back with our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups in just a moment.
The 2025 model year closeout sale continues at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They have 2 remaining Buick Envistas that would definitely cheer up your winter blues. With these great deals, you can get into a new, sporty, reliable vehicle for just over $25,000. Buick, exceptional by design. Minnesota Motor. South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
The 2025 model year closeout sale continues at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They have 2 remaining Buick Envistas that would definitely cheer up your winter blues. With these great deals, you can get into a new, sporty, reliable vehicle for just over $25,000. Buick, exceptional by design. Minnesota Motor. South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Okay, ready for our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups. And we'll start with the Ashby Arrows. The Arrows coached by John Holstein, assisted by Rick Graham and Chris Rylander. 6-13 on the year, 2-10 in Little A play. At guard, 5'10 freshman, number 2, Finn Thompson. And another guard, a 6-foot senior, number 3, Bradley Schrader. Here comes a guard, 6-foot junior, number 11, Trayton Nelson. A guard, sophomore, number 33, Carver Rylander. And then at a forward, a 6'2 sophomore, number 42, Aiden Jeppesen. And like we mentioned, John Holstein, the head coach of the Ashby Arrows. Our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups. And now for the home team, the Hillcrest Comets. At wing, 6'2 senior, number 1, Sean Berge. At a guard, a 5'7 senior, number 3, Drew Fisher. Wing, 6'4 senior. He had 27 last night with 7 threes, number 4, Kean Stender. Guard, a 6'1 senior, number 11, Lincoln Nash. And at forward, a 6'3 senior, number 23, Ethan Swedberg. Donovan Rognes, the head coach of the Hillcrest Comets. He's assisted by Sam Nash, Andrew Stender, and Nate Selvig. And that is tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Nelson Auto Center on Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls. Okay, here we go, getting things ready to be tipped off. The Comets in red uniforms tonight at home, the Arrows in white uniforms, and it's Ethan Swedberg and Aiden Jeppesen in the center circle. And it's controlled by Hillcrest and Lincoln Nash. We'll start things off with the basketball, directing some traffic, a 1-4 offensive look. They'll run a flare screen for Nash and bring Fisher up the middle for a 3 straight on, and Drew Fisher rattles home the 3. And how about that? Just like that, it was Donovan Rognes talking about Drew Fisher starting to score. He averaged, I remember, only about a point or two a game. And there's the answer on the other end, a 3 for Finn Thompson. So a couple threes falling early. As quickly down the floor, and how about it right away, Drew Fisher again. He's just playing right into what we were talking about before the game. Yeah, I know going into the last time we called the Comets, as the Arrows turn it over, pass over into the corner, thrown away by Nelson, first turnover of the game, that Drew Fisher is averaging a 1.5 a game right in there, and he's just such a good defender, good athlete, but didn't look to score much. And Donovan said he had 9, 9, and 8 the last 3 games. They ran a play for him to hit a 3 to start, and then he got another field goal. So quite a start. Now Lincoln Nash misses the little fadeaway from about 12 feet, and the rebound goes to Thompson. Hillcrest leading 5-3, a little over a minute into the game. Trayton Nelson backing his way in against Fisher. Comes back to Schrader. Over in the corner, it's Nelson. He'll shoot the guarded 3 in the corner. Nothing but net. No, Trayton, he can really shoot it. And newly minted 1,000-point scorer from last week. And the Arrows take their first lead of the game, 6-5 on the Park Region scoreboard. Nash up to Fisher, over to Stender. Now towards the baseline. Swedberg, left shoulder turn. That was a nice move, but couldn't get it to go. And Schrader with a rebound. Yeah, good back-in drop step from Swedberg. And now careless turnover there for the Arrows. On the near sideline, goes out of bounds. So a couple turnovers for Ashby. And Hillcrest will get the ball. Ashby up 6-5. Arrows hit a couple threes in their first two field goals. And now the Comets another 1-4 set. Flare goes to Nash. There's the slip to Berge. Berge in good position underneath. Couldn't get it to go though. And it's out of bounds. It goes off of Ashby. Hillcrest will get it. Yeah, that's right where the Comets want to get it. They running Fisher off the double to start, and then they slip Berge on that. Berge's one of the screeners. As the Comets inbound goes off of Fisher's hands, he gets it back. Now they had Berge as one of the screeners, and he slipped in and got the ball within 3 feet. Usually makes those, didn't get that one to go. And Nash over to Stender into the post. Berge gathers, right shoulder goes up and curls it up and in. And Sean Berge, a versatile, you can call him a guard, a wing. He can go inside and out, and the Comets regain the lead 7-6. Pull-up jumper, Nelson, no good. And there's Ethan Swedberg with a rebound. Quickly up the floor, it's Fisher as the Comets want to push the tempo. On the drive, Berge gathers, goes up and draws the foul, and he will go to the line for our first free throws of the evening. And that foul's on Bradley Schrader. His first foul of the game. And the free throw is up and good for Sean Berge. Sean with 3 points in the game, 6'2" senior. 15:35 to play first half. Hillcrest is up 8-6. And second one is up and good for Sean. And it's 9-6. Comets by 3, and it's Trayton Nelson into the front court for Ashby. Gets a ball screen from Jeppesen, curls towards the lane, steps in, bounce pass underneath to Jeppesen. Now the ball's knocked away, it's loose, whistle, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on the Comets. The Arrows maybe a little fortunate there. Looked like maybe a turnover was coming, but the Comets a little over aggressive going for it, and Kean Stender picks up the first Hillcrest foul of the game. And Nelson will inbound for the Arrows. It comes into Jeppesen in the corner. Left-hand drive against Swedberg. Cut off, back, ball comes up, and Berge tussles to save it. And Berge, a great defensive play, went after it hard and tapped it off of Rylander, who was out of bounds, and that will give the ball to Hillcrest. Third Ashby turnover, and a great hustle play by Sean Berge. And Drew Fisher with the ball, comes up to Berge. Back to Fisher. And now Berge, over it goes to Nash. Comets trying to pound it inside, and then there's going to be a reach foul on the Arrows. It's going to be on Aiden Jeppesen. So Jeppesen with his first, team second. Yeah, one final score. New York Mills beats Henning tonight, 67-54. That's a girls basketball score. As Fisher on the drive. Left-hand layup, a hesitation move to the hoop. And Drew Fisher's got 7 already in the first 3 minutes and 10 seconds of the game. He's a scoring machine now. What a start, what a little run for Drew Fisher. And it's a 5-point Hillcrest lead, their biggest so far of the game. Schrader for three in the corner, rims out, no good. Berge with a rebound. Comets push it, bounce pass, Swedberg in transition, layup, no good. But Ethan draws the foul, and he will go to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to be on Finn Thompson, his first, team third. And Ethan Swedberg looking for his first points. Free throw good. Ethan missed some time. He sustained a concussion a few weeks back at Underwood. He was out when we called the Hillcrest Battle Lake game. And good to see Ethan back and at it. Second free throw off the front of the rim, no good. And it's Jeppesen with the rebound for Ashby. Comets made a substitution. Zane Holmquist is in as Kean Stender came out. And it's Ashby with the ball. Ball screen moving right is Rylander. His pass picked off by Swedberg. Here comes Ethan. Lead pass Holmquist. Give and go right back to Swedberg. Layup good. There the Comets push it. Good passing by Swedberg and Holmquist. And it's 9 in a row for Hillcrest. Nelson step back three. That's off the heel. Long rebound. Offensive rebound goes to Thompson. Comes back. Almost threw it away. Now Nelson on the drive, and there's going to be a reach-in foul on Hillcrest. So Ashby, couple threes, took the lead, and now Hillcrest has 9 unanswered to take an 8-point lead. That foul was on Sean Berge, his first, team second. Jeppesen comes out. Eric Spear is in the game for Ashby. And the inbound comes into Spear. And he hands it off to Nelson, dribbling left just outside the lane, looking for an avenue. Swedberg won't let him shoot over. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Nelson again. Deep three up top. He got it. Nelson's got that range, and he hits another three. A pair of threes for Nelson. That stops the Comet run at 9, and it's 14-9 Hillcrest with the lead. Fisher, Berge, Sean, three-pointer off the heel. Long rebound comes out to Holmquist. Into the corner as the Comets reset. 2-3 zone for Ashby. Lincoln Nash wants three. In and out, no good. Swedberg the offensive rebound. Ethan turnaround jumper rattles it home. He was a force on the offensive board back on January 8th when Hillcrest was at Ashby. He had 17 rebounds in the game, trying to pick up where he's left off. 5 for Swedberg. Comets up by 7. 16-9. 13 minutes to play first half. Here's Spear. Right to left on the dribble. Hands off Schrader. Pull up 12-footer in the lane off the heel. Ball goes up, and Swedberg another rebound for the Comets. Outlet pass to Fisher. Quickly they go to Nash, far side. Here's Swedberg slashing. Good pass underneath. Berge layup is good. Excellent ball movement by the Comets. Gives Swedberg the assist. Berge now with 6. And it's the biggest lead again now for Hillcrest at 18-9. And the Arrows with it. Man-to-man defense for the Comets. Here is Schrader. Comes over to Nelson. And Nelson on the right wing in front of the Hillcrest bench. Drives the baseline, pull up 15-footer. He lost it as he went up, took an off-balance shot. The ball went to Spear, and Spear with the offensive rebound and is fouled as he went back up. Yeah, Nelson drove, pulled up on the baseline from about 15 feet. As he went up, the ball was kind of lost control of the ball and had to just get the ball, throw it up, and was not in his normal balance and routine. And good fortune for the Arrows, it went over to Spear, and he got the rebound. And now he's at the line, and he makes the free throw. First point for 6'1" junior Eric Spear. Jonas Johnson is in for Ashby. Schrader comes out. Drew Fisher is out now for Hillcrest as Griffin House is in for the first time. And it is Spear at the line here for the Arrows. Looking to go 2 for 2. Free throw's good. And it's 18-11, Comets by 7 as Lincoln Nash brings it into the front court. A lot of scoring so far. 18-11, we're not even 6 minutes into the game. As House with it, 2-3 Arrow zone defense. Now Holmquist all the way across the House. Griffin wants the three on the right wing, no good. Tipped by Berge, and the rebound is tracked down by Finn Thompson for the Arrows. He comes into the front court. Finn's a real good shooter. Hit the opening three of the game, and then he's 39% from there. Now Holmquist tips it away, and Holmquist is able to gather the steal. Now he goes up, tough up and under. Shot is no good, but Nash is right there to clean it up for the putback for 2. Yeah, Zane, great steal. Then he got caught a little too deep under the hoop on that reverse, but Nash is able to put it back up and in. There's Nelson, shoots the three, misses everything right, goes out of bounds. It'll go to the Comets. Looks like there's a timeout here called. It'll be a 30-second timeout. It'll be a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. We will just keep it right here. As Running Stitches, they're the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. That's Running Stitches Embroidery. See if we can come up with any scores. Might be a little early for some scores. I know the Morris area, Chicago, Alberta at West Central area, that was an earlier game. Maybe we'll get something coming in on that soon. But boys basketball, yeah, nothing, not much posted here as of yet. So a lot of games going on, so hopefully have some scores coming up. Rosse is at Underwood tonight. That should be a good matchup in the Little League Conference boys basketball. Thief River Falls at Pelican Rapids. Henning is at New York Mills. Henning undefeated at 20-0. What a great season Coach Misagatis and the Hornets are having. They've had a lot of great seasons, that's for sure. The Comets with the ball, moving it side to side against the zone. Short corner goes to Berge. Gathers, good bounce pass, finds Nash. Layup is good. Comets just nice, patient interior passing and taking advantage of the size underneath. Berge with a good assist. Lincoln Nash now with a pair of baskets. And the Comets can get their first double-digit lead of the game. They do have their first double-digit lead of the game. Excuse me, it's an 11-point game. And free throw is no good by Nash. Offensive rebound by House. By Berge is no good, but Sean puts it back up and in. So a couple offensive rebounds there for Berge. Sean with 8 in the game. And it's a 13-point Comet lead at 24-11. The Comets just pouring in the points here. Three-pointer for Spear, no good. Holmquist with a rebound. Here comes Zane. Comes back, bounces it up to Lincoln Nash. Over to House on the far side, back to Nash. Swings it to Stender. Here's Holmquist, one dribble, back to Stender. And Holmquist and Stender play catch on the perimeter. In the middle to House. Well, the pass is wide of House. That'll be the Comets' first turnover of the game. And it's a steal by Henry Olson, who had just checked in. Spear top of the key, left-hand dribble. Picks it up, comes back to Thompson. Stender is on him. Now Thompson, one dribble left, thinks about the three. Now trying to get it to Nelson, couldn't get it to him. Bounce pass across to Olson. Into the lane he goes, bounce pass Spear. Little reverse layup off the glass, no good. And Kean Stender, the Comet rebound. Here comes Stender into the front court. Over to Berge. Now to Nash, pass tip, Nash comes up with it. And now Lincoln brings it over to Stender. Over to House. Here's House to Nash. Zips a pass underneath. House gathers. Good block shot there by Spear. And it is Nelson up with a rebound. Nelson swings it over, and his pass, a little bit out of control, went between his two teammates and out of bounds. Turnover number 6 for Ashby. Spear comes out. Jeppesen back in for the Arrows. The Comets make some substitutions. Swedberg and Fisher are back in as Holmquist and House come out. 9:40 to play first half. Hillcrest is up 24-11 on our Park Region scoreboard. Nash far corner against the zone. Underneath to Berge, one dribble, gathers, couldn't get it, shoots it over to himself, it comes back. Now Stender open for three, nothing but net. Well, Kean had 7 threes last night. And there's his first tonight. And it's now 27-11, Hillcrest. And here's Trayton Nelson, man-to-man Comet defense. Nelson guarded by Fisher. Pull up 14-footer, nothing but net. Good rhythm there for Trayton Nelson, who has 8 of the Arrows' 11 points. Up the floor, Fisher, Berge, shot fake, left-hand drive. Now retreats back out beyond the arc. Nash quickly to Fisher. Comets move it side to side. And Stender all the way across. Here's Nash, three-pointer. That's good. Comets offense is on point. Nash with 7. The third Comet 3 of the game, and it's 30-13 Hillcrest. And the Arrows have the ball. Across it goes. That is Olson. And now there's going to be a foul. First foul we've had in a little while. And that is going to be on Sean Berge. So Sean will be the first player of the game to pick up his second personal. 4th team foul. As Carver Rylander is in for Ashby. And Jonas Johnson comes out. Zane Holmquist is going to come back for Hillcrest. And Berge will come out. Arrows inbound into the backcourt to Finn Thompson. Thompson guarded by Nash. And here is Olson, free throw line area, working against Holmquist. Backs his way in. Comes back out to Nelson. Nelson fakes right, comes back left, penetrates. A little fading 12-footer and got the roll. Good body control there by Nelson. A little fadeaway. And he leads all scorers in the game with 10. I said before he had 8 of the 11. He had 8 of the first 13. It's 10 of the first 15 for the Arrows. 30-15, Hillcrest leading by 15. Nash across to Fisher. One dribble to Holmquist. Over to Nash. Lincoln straight on. Another three is good. He's shooting the ball confidently. Lincoln's in double figures with 10, and it's 33-15. The Comets are up by 18, and we do have a timeout here on the floor. It is a Lake Region Healthcare timeout, and 30 seconds, so we'll keep it right here. Don't forget, at halftime it'll be our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Minnesota Motor, they're located on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. All right, so it's 33-15. The Comets offense has been outstanding as our Lake Region Healthcare timeout comes to a close. And trying to see, it looks like, well, according to here, the Fergus Falls Otters fell to Little Falls tonight, 63-50 in girls basketball, and that's a meaningful one in that. That's probably whoever won that game is going to get the 1 seed, and they have home court advantage throughout the playoffs. So, assuming that score is right, 63-50, Little Falls over Fergus Falls. Jefferson with a shot is no good. Swedberg with the rebound. Comets push the ball relentlessly here in this first half. Nash in the middle. Swedberg pivots away, comes back. Nash, three-pointer again, rims out, no good. Good rebound by Swedberg. Left-hand layup, good. Well, Ethan, he just had no problem ripping that one down, and he's up to 7 points and 5 rebounds. And it's a 20-point Hillcrest lead. There's an answer. The three in the corner. Bradley Schrader knocks it down. That's the fourth Arrow three-pointer. 35-18. Comets up the floor quickly. Holmquist has it now. Nash left elbow, Swedberg to Holmquist. Over to Drew Fisher. Good pass to Stender. Double teamed in the lane, trying to find an avenue. Kicks it back out. Going to be a traveling violation on Stender. Good job. The Arrows quickly sunk in. Made it tough for Stender to find anyone. Only the second Hillcrest turnover. And with 6:48 to go, it's 35-18. Comets by 17. As Nelson comes into the front court. Diagonal pass. Finds Olson underneath the hoop. Decides not to go up against Swedberg and kicks it back out to Nelson. High post area, Jefferson, 16-footer off the front, no good. Tipped by Nash, and the rebound goes to Drew Fisher. And here comes Drew Fisher on the drive. Bounces it off to Holmquist. Going to be a foul on the drive. Well, maybe he's holding up two. So maybe it's going to be 2 shots here for Fisher. Yep, it's going to be 2 shots. And the foul's on Carver Rylander, his first, team 5th. And Drew Fisher, 7 points in the game. And his free throw, that's off the front of the rim, no good. Berge is back in. Nash comes out for Hillcrest. And Drew Fisher ready to go again. Free throws up, and that rims out no good. And Rylander with a rebound for the Arrows. Here come the Ashby Arrows. Rylander not picked up. He'll drive in the lane. Comes back out Olson. Over to Nelson. And Nelson steps back. Zips a pass underneath. Very nice pass. Layup is good for Jefferson. Good touch on that pass. Kind of zip that bullet pass to Jefferson. First field goal for Jefferson. 5 in a row here for the Arrows. 35-20 is the score. Now Holmquist goes up, had it knocked away. Swedberg comes up with it. Here's Stender, catch and fire three-pointer. No good. Swedberg underneath on the board, lays it back up and in. He just towers over people, and he goes up with his size and athleticism. Ethan now with 9 points, 6 rebounds. Now the pass by the Arrows tipped, almost stolen, but Schrader comes up with it. Lobs it over to Nelson. Nelson Left-hand dribble, hands back off to Rylander. Over in the corner, Schrader. Bounce pass short corner, Jeppesen. Over it goes. As the Comets in a 2-3 zone of their own here now. In the middle, Jeppesen. Schrader, wide open, 3 in the corner. Got it. So Schrader with a couple threes. Good pass by Aiden Jeppesen. Arrows trying to get their offense going a little bit. 37-23. Hillcrest by 14. Fisher to Swedberg. And Ethan, a little diagonal pass to Holmquist. Layup good. Comets are just able to pick that zone apart here with some of their interior passing. Nice pass by Swedberg. And Holmquist with his first basket. 6 Comets have scored here in the game. And it's 39-23 Hillcrest. Schrader with it. Now comes to Nelson. Trayton uses the ball screen moving left. Over it goes to Rylander. Rylander back to Nelson, far sideline. And Nelson, right elbow, picks it up, tough fadeaway jumper, got it. He's hitting some tough shots tonight. And Trayton in double figures with 12. That wasn't an easy shot with someone in his face. As a 30-second timeout is called, so we'll just keep it right here. Keep it going. We can do another Lake Region Healthcare timeout. Hillcrest up 39-25. So offensively, it's been a goal for Hillcrest. The Arrows in the last 3 minutes have picked up their offense. The Comets did lead by as many as 20, and that lead is down to 14 now after the Arrows got it going. Nelson with 12 points for the Arrows. Bradley Schrader a couple of threes. Hillcrest has some balanced scoring across with Lincoln Nash having 10, Ethan Swedberg with 9, Sean Berge with 8, and Drew Fisher with 7. And Swedberg doing it on the boards like he did the first time. He has 6 rebounds in the first half. He had 17 in the game at Ashby on January 8th. Well, that'll put an end to our Lake Region Healthcare timeout. 4.5 minutes to play, first half. Hillcrest 39, Ashby 25. Nash back in the game for Hillcrest. So the Comets with Berge, Holmquist, Stender, Nash, and Swedberg. As it goes into Swedberg, nice pass underneath, easy layup for Berge. There's that interior passing again. As Berge now in double figures with 10. Swedberg with 3 assists, 41-25. The Arrows with Spear, Nelson, Olsen, Rylander, and Schrader on the floor. There's a deep 3 for Nelson. That's a good 27 feet, nothing but net. So Trayton Nelson is feeling it here in this first half. That was a deep one. And he's got 15 to lead all scorers. And it's 41-28. Hillcrest with the lead. Stender to answer. In and out, no good. There he is, Ethan Swedberg, towering over everyone. Gets the offensive rebound. Left-hand layup is good. There's no stopping Ethan underneath right now. And he's got closing in on a double-double already. Nice pass by Nelson. Layup, reverse layup by Schrader is no good. And Swedberg with his 8th rebound of the game. Across they go to Berge. He's in the front court. Now Nash. Lincoln lobs it over to Stender. Back to Nash in the middle. Swedberg. Ethan gathers. Step through. Good little hesitation move on up and under. And the layup is good. So Swedberg with 13 now to lead the Comets. And 3 minutes to play in the half. It's 45-28. Hillcrest. Schrader pulls up at the free throw line. Comes back out to Olsen. Now Olsen was left open. 3-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Spear with a rebound. Kicks it over to Nelson. Double team. His pass tipped. It comes to Olsen though. And Henry Olsen over to the wall, goes to the corner to Rylander. He'll drive the baseline left hand, steps through, puts it up and in. Good job by Carver Rylander finishing that one off. First basket of the game. 15-point Hillcrest lead at 45-30. 2:27 to play first half. Here's Nash. Stender. Berge. Across it goes Nash. Straight on. 3-pointer. No good. Berge the offensive rebound. Well, he does. No, he couldn't quite gather it. And Rylander comes up with it and saves it for the Arrows. Right side it goes to Nelson. Nelson steps back. High arcing 3. That's short. Schrader, though, comes up with a rebound. Out it goes to Olsen. We're at the 2-minute mark to play here in the half. Pass tipped away. Nash does come up with a steal. Here's Lincoln Nash. Easy breakaway layup is good. Turnover turns into a transition basket. Nash now has a dozen. Comets are up by 17 at 47-30. There's a little pick and roll action, but the pass is too long for Spear. Spear tries to save it, and it deflected off of Swedberg going out of bounds, so it will stay with the Arrows. Substitutions on both sides. Jeppesen and Thompson are in as Spear and Schrader come out. Stender and Holmquist are out as House and Fisher are back in. And Ashby with the ball. Right-hand drive. It is Carver Rylander. Pivots away from the D. Gets it back out to Olson. Just inside the free throw line. Comes back to Nelson. And Trayton comes to Rylander. Back to Nelson. 4 on the shot clock. Trayton shoots the 3. Nothing but net. Combat's got to get in his space because Trayton's feeling it. He's got 4 threes. A great shooting performance in this first half. And with 4 on the shot clock, one of those where you just got to get in his face either way, the way he's shooting. He's got 18 to lead all scores. It's 47-33. But the Comets can't be stopped on offense. See if the Arrows can get any stops here with this zone. Swedberg, Hillcrest moves it. Good ball movement. Good pass underneath Nash, but it went off of Swedberg's hands and out of bounds. Good pass by Nash. And Ethan just didn't handle the pass. Third Hillcrest turnover. As Olson comes out of the game. I think it was Jeppesen who might have come back in. Spear steps through and goes up. Couldn't finish with the right hand. Goes off of Nash's hands and out of bounds. It'll stay with Ashby with 38.6 seconds to play. Well, the Arrows are battling. They've gotten their offense going. It was not looking good for them at 35-15, but they have got their offense cooking pretty good, and they got the lead down to 14 anyway as we near halftime. As the ball goes into the post to Jeppesen, left shoulder jump hook short, and House will just let it go out of bounds, and Hillcrest will get it. 32 seconds to go, and Lincoln Nash awaits the inbounds from Griffin House, comes in. And lobs it over to House in the middle of Swedberg. Swedberg triple teamed, looking for somewhere to go, and now steps through and now muscles his way to the hoop and found an avenue to finish with his left hand. He had his back to the basket, then took one dribble and was able to sift through the defenders for 2. So Swedberg having a night, and it's a 16-point Comet lead. 6 seconds to play in the half. Here's Rylander on the drive, goes up. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. Jeppesen couldn't get it to go, and the rebound goes to Griffin House, and that'll put an end to our first half. On our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard, a high-scoring first half as Hillcrest leads at 49-33, and it is time for our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report with Hillcrest up 49-33. We will take a break and back with our Minnesota Motor halftime report right after this.
From fresh cut steaks to deli favorites and local goodies, Ashby Market and Meats brings the flavor home. Perfect for supper, snacking, or stocking up for the weekend, this place is a local favorite for a reason. Ashby Market and Meats, small town charm, big time taste.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
It takes a team to win on the court and at home. When it comes to heating your house, Ashby Equity is the MVP. Their secure comfort propane options keep you warm all season long. Score big with contract pricing. Put Ashby Equity in the game today at ashbyequity.net.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Auto Owners is local, personal, and affordable. That's simple human sense.
Contact Dallas, Chris, or John at Rylander Insurance Agency in Ashby to find the right insurance that fits you.
And welcome back here. It's halftime at the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Activity Center, and it is Hillcrest in control here. 49-33 is the score at the half. It's about the Comets have really, we don't have shooting percentage, but the shooting percentage numbers would be outstanding. The Arrows have been 2-3 zone here most of the half, and Hillcrest with, they've knocked down some threes, not a ton of threes. The reason why they haven't shot or knocked down a lot is they've had such success getting high percentage baskets near the basket. And with their passing, they're doing a great job moving the ball against the zone, getting it into the middle. You have the combination of Berge and Swedberg with some size in there, feeding off each other. In fact, a lot of assists all the way around. Number of Comets with multiple assists in this game. And Ethan Swedberg has just been a force in the middle, towering over the opponent with his size and athleticism. And he did that quite a bit a little over a month ago in Ashby. Had 12 points and 17 rebounds. Well, he's already got more points than he did in Ashby, and he's just about halfway to that rebounding total as well, as he's got 15 points and 8 rebounds by my unofficial totals here in the first half. And the Arrows, they did take a lead at 6-5, but then the Comets went on a 9-0 run, and they stretched it out to as much as 20. It was 35-15 was the score at one point. Then the Arrows got their offense going. Trayton Nelson has been really good here in this first half. 18 of the Arrows' 33 points. He's got 4 threes. He's scored in a variety of ways, whether it be some pull-up jumpers, some tough pull-up jumpers, some fadeaways, and then some of his threes have been deep. And I think if you had any blame on the Comets' defense, it would be maybe not getting in Nelson's space quite enough, because he'll load it with someone in his face, and he's knocked him down. 18 points in the first half for Nelson as he got going. The Arrows offense got going. Bradley Schrader hit a couple threes as well, and the Arrows actually have more threes than they have twos in the first half. 7 threes to 5 twos. But add it all up, the Comets have been too much on the inside, getting the ball inside, getting very high percentage shots, and the Arrows haven't been able to stop that Hillcrest offense. Hillcrest leads at 49-33 at the half. This is our Minnesota Motor halftime report. Take another break. We'll come back, and we will go over some of my unofficial stats from the first half. Hillcrest is leading 49-33. Back with more on our Minnesota Motor halftime report after this.
Auto Owners is local, personal, and affordable. That's simple human sense.
Contact Dallas, Chris, or John at Rylander Insurance Agency in Ashby to find the right insurance that fits you.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
From fresh cut steaks to deli favorites and local goodies, Ashby Market and Meats brings the flavor home. Perfect for supper, snacking, or stocking up for the weekend, this place is a local favorite for a reason. Ashby Market and Meats, small town charm, big time taste.
It takes a team to win on the court and at home. When it comes to heating your house, Ashby Equity is the MVP. Their secure comfort propane options keep you warm all season long. Score big with contract pricing. Put Ashby Equity in the game today at ashbyequity.net.
Back here, our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Hillcrest leading Ashby 49-33. Take a look at the numbers. Comets already have 3 players in double figures. Ethan Swedberg leading the way for Hillcrest with 15 points. It's 12 for Lincoln Nash, a couple threes for Lincoln, and 10 for Sean Berge. Drew Fisher, I think Drew scored 7 of the first 9 or 10 that the Hillcrest has had. He's become a little bit more of a scoring threat here. He's had, after averaging about 1.5 points or 2 points per game, last 3 games, Drew has had games of 8, 9, and 9, and he's got 7 here in the first half tonight. And it's 3 points for Kean Stender and 2 points for Zane Holmquist. I got Swedberg leading the Comets on all rebounders tonight with 8, 4 rebounds notable as well for Sean Berge. And the assist total, Swedberg leading Hillcrest with 3, and then it's 2 assists apiece for Lincoln Nash, Zane Holmquist, and Kean Stender. Over on the Arrows side, Trayton Nelson has more than half of the Arrows points, 18 points. He's lit it up from three-point line. He's got 4 threes. A couple threes for Bradley Schrader, who has 6 points. 3 for Finn Thompson. And then 2 points apiece for Eric Spear, Carver Rylander, and Aiden Jeppesen. I have Finn Thompson leading the Arrows with 3 rebounds. And then leading on the assists, it's Nelson and Jeppesen with 2 assists apiece. On the boards, Hillcrest with the advantage, 21-13. Turnovers, 7 for Ashby, 3 for Hillcrest. The Comets with 20. Let's see, the Comets with, they got 4 threes in the first half. And the Arrows with 7, as we mentioned before. Hillcrest struggling from the line a bit, 3 of 7. The Arrows are 2 for 2. We had 2 lead changes in the first half as the Comets lead at 49-33. One final break, and we'll be back with a second half. This is our Minnesota Motor halftime report right here on KJ Country.
The 2025 model year closeout sale continues at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They have 2 remaining Buick Envistas that would definitely cheer up your winter blues. With these great deals, you can get into a new, sporty, reliable vehicle for just over $25,000. Buick, exceptional by design. Minnesota Motor. South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
All right, ready to go here for the second half as Ashby will throw the ball in as our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report comes to a close. And Hillcrest up by 16. Trayton Nelson with the basketball. Hillcrest man-to-man. They double team Nelson on that ball screen. It's stripped away, knocked away, and Swedberg comes up with it. Turnover number 8 of the game for Ashby. In transition, slashing to the hoop. Sean Berge for 2. Sean with 12. And Hillcrest up 51-33. Here's Finn Thompson with it, guarded by Fisher. Flips it over to Nelson, back to Thompson. Pass knocked away and stolen. A couple turnovers right off the bat here for Ashby as Fisher pushes it up the floor to Swedberg. Ethan gives it to Berge. Sean curling in the lane, goes up, draws contact, misses a shot, but will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. A few of the scores we got. West Central area in girls basketball defeats Morris area Chicago, Alberta 54-47. Little Falls with a big win over the Fergus Falls Otter girls tonight, 63-50, as Berge's first free throw is no good. Breckenridge leading at Barnesville early, 13-6. And Henning falling to New York Mills, 67-54. As the second free throw by Berge is good, 13 for Sean. And the Henning boys were leading New York Mills at the half, 32-23 is where that one was at. 19-point Comet lead, 52-33, almost a minute into the second half. And here's Rylander right to left on the dribble. His pass knocked away, 3 possessions, 3 turnovers for the Arrows. Swedberg with numbers. Now he loses balance, and there's going to be a blocking foul on the Arrows. Comet's fortunate. Now Ethan slowly getting up here a little bit, as it was kind of awkward, lost his balance. And maybe the foul there with Schrader there in the restricted arc could be, as he picks up his second team foul, and Swedberg's free throw is good. 16 for Ethan Swedberg. He leads the Comets right now in rebounds and assists as well, all the 3 major categories. Second one is no good, but Sean Berge gathers the offensive rebound. Berge double team, kicks to Stender, bank shot, no good. Tipped by Jeppesen. Stender comes up with the ball, turns to his right shoulder, goes up with his left hand and curls it in. Good job by Stender staying persistent, some contact in there, and he able to manage his way through it. And timeout here called by John Holston. And we'll have a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a break as well. Hillcrest with their biggest lead of 22 points, 55-33. And we'll be back with more Little Lake Conference boys basketball after this right here on KJ Country.
It takes a team to win on the court and at home. When it comes to heating your house, Ashby Equity is the MVP. Their secure comfort propane options keep you warm all season long. Score big with contract pricing. Put Ashby Equity in the game today at ashbyequity.net.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Back here, that'll put an end to our Lake Region Healthcare timeout. And Ashby with the basketball, trailing Hillcrest 55-33. One of the scores, too, I forgot to mention, boys basketball, big Central Lakes Conference matchup. Fergus Falls hosting St. Cloud Apollo. Otters trail Apollo 40-36. The Otter boys team has been trending upward as the season goes along, and they've been getting some good wins. That would be a really good win against Apollo. There's a 3 for Nelson in the corner. Quick release, no good. Ball tipped around, and there's going to be a foul on Swedberg going for the ball as Schrader was knocked to the floor. So Swedberg with his first. That's the first foul on Hillcrest in the second half. And the Arrows inbound. It's Spear with it. Now he thought Nelson was going to be there, and he wasn't. And there's Berge behind the back pass. Layup no good for Nash. And the rebound goes to Kean Stender for Hillcrest. Nifty pass, couldn't get it to go. Good pass there, though. More simple pass by Nash and a great steal by Sean Berge. And the layup is good. 3 assists for Nash. 15 in the game for Berge. And it's a 24-point Comet lead at 57-33. Schrader swings it over to Nelson. Man-to-man between the legs once, twice. Now puts it on the floor to his right hand. Hands off to Thompson. And Thompson retreats back, now comes over. Here is Rylander. Nash switches out on him. 6-6 on the shot clock. Tipped away and stolen by Nash. Lincoln in transition. Layup is good. 14 for Nash, and now the Comets really opening it up here as their lead is up to 26 at 59-33. And the Arrows really struggling with turnovers here in the second half. Rylander, right-hand drive, has it knocked away, but there's a contact and a foul on Hillcrest. So that foul is on Kean Stender. Kean's second, team second. And a box end out here for the Arrows. And looking for a teammate is Rylander. Gets it underneath to Nelson. Tough fadeaway, 8-footer. That's short, and Swedberg with the rebound. Long outlet to Fisher. Right back to Swedberg. Goes up, couldn't get it to go, but Swedberg will go back to the line. to shoot 2. Comets continue to push the ball up the floor quickly. And we're 3 minutes into the second half, and the scoring has not slowed down for the Comets. Already 10 points in the first 3 minutes of the half. And Ethan Swedberg, free throw is up off the heel. One bounce and goes off no good. Ethan with 16 points, 9 rebounds. I got him 1 rebound shy of a double-double. Second one is up. That's good. 17 for Ethan Swedberg. And it's a 27-point Comet lead at 60-33 on our Park Region scoreboard. Here's the Arrows into the front court. Ball batted by Berge, but it comes over to Schrader. Now his pass is stolen by Berge. Here come the Comets to Swedberg in transition. Layup good. Turnovers equal instant offense for Hillcrest. Give Berge the assist. 19 for Swedberg, who now leads all scorers in the game. And here is Ashby. Thompson, three-pointer left side. That's off the heel, and there's a weak side board for Berge. Here come the Comets, pushing it up again. Berge kicks it back out to Nash. Now Lincoln swings it to Fisher. Drew back to Nash. Over it goes to Stender into the post. Swedberg, good seal. Layup is good. Comets continue with their unselfish style of play. Give Stender his third assist. Swedberg with 21. Coach Holstein is going to use a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. Comets have opened it up. They lead 64-33 on our Park Region scoreboard. And you're listening to high school basketball on KJ Country, streaming live on the Fergus Now app and the KBRF YouTube channel.
Lake Region Healthcare knows what all coaches know. It takes tons of teamwork, great amounts of grit, and heaps of hustle to triumph. Lake Region Healthcare, supporting and celebrating our high school athletes.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls is proud to support our local high school sports teams. From big business projects or even just a few flyers, they've got you covered with quality printing and personal service. Call Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls.
Welcome back here. Hillcrest up big over Ashby, 64-33. Got talking about one of the better matchups of the night. Underwood is at Rosse in Little 8 boys basketball. Rosse leads at the half, 29-22. West Central area, 7 minutes into the game, leading Morris area, Chicago, Alberta. And Morris area, they're 18-0 on the year, so good. Even if it's only 7 minutes, a good start for the Knights in that one. As the Arrows have the ball, here's Trayton Nelson over to Schrader in the corner, loads the three. That's good. He draws the foul, and it'll be an opportunity for a 4-point play. So after the Comets scored the first 15 points of the second half, could have a 4-point play by the Arrows to end that run. And Schrader, he can get into double digits here, as he's got 9 points on 3 threes. And his free throw is good. Did they not? Yeah, they should have counted the basket. So there's confusion here. No one played it. It should have been an and one on a three. It should be 64-37. Yeah, the three was good, so they put the three on the board. And then the free throw is good, so a 4-point play for Schrader. And it's now 64-37. So Schrader in double figures. He's the second Arrow in double figures with 10. And 14 minutes to play in the game. Sean Berge, left-hand dribble, kicks it back out to Nash. And Nash working his way. Pass underneath, deflected away. Swedberg tracks it down in the far corner. And here's Ethan over to Nash. Now Holmquist in the game. Griffin House. It's Swedberg, dumps it to Holmquist over in the corner. Here's Nash. Now Swedberg turning in the lane, left shoulder contact, tipped around, good block, and trying to save it is Rylander, but it comes to Nash. Lincoln steps through, reverse layup, and that was a beauty by Lincoln Nash. You know, he got a little creative there, and what English he put on there to get the ball in the hoop. And Lincoln now with 16 in the game, and it's 66-37. Pretty move there by Lincoln Nash on the Near side, it's straight Nelson. Bergey's on him. Long bounce pass across the Spear. He'll fire up the three, no good. And Sean Bergey has his 7th rebound of the game, and he'll bring it into the front court between the legs on the dribble. Dishes to Swedberg, but there's a foul on the drive. And and here's Lincoln. If you're watching on the live stream with the beauty of the reverse layup there. And nice to have. I'm getting used to that still on the live stream. I'm used to the straight radio, but we got that instant replay option. So if you're on the live stream, we'll try to use that every once in a while. Hillcrest with the ball. It goes over to Lincoln Nash. And Lincoln with it across to Holmquist. He's at the top of the key now. Comes to House. And House puts it on the floor. In the lane he goes. Scoops up the shot. Nice move there. Finishing with his right hand for Griffin House. First basket of the night for Griffin. And it's 68-37. Hillcrest with the big lead. Henry Olson is in the game for Ashby. Gets it to Nelson. And Trayton Nelson drives to the baseline. Pivots away from Nash. Comes out to Thompson. Ben Thompson, he averages about 13 a game. He hasn't gotten many looks. Now the pass is taken away and stolen by Hillcrest. Holmquist goes up. He's fouled in transition. So the Arrows, after really doing a decent job taking care of the ball, only 7 turnovers in the first half. They already have 7 turnovers in the second half. And we're not 6 minutes in, as that foul was on Bradley Schrader, his 3rd, team 5th. And Zane Holmquist, Zane's got a couple points, couple rebounds, couple assists, but he gets his 3rd point right there from the free throw line. Stender is in, House comes out, Nash will come out, and Fisher is in. William Selvig hoping to get in here as he'll come in for Holmquist if Holmquist makes the free throw. And Holmquist does make the free throw. 70-37, 4 for Holmquist. William Selvig is in. Holmquist comes out. Comets now with Swedberg, Stender, Bergey, Selvig, and Fisher. Arrows with Schrader, Spear, Nelson, Olson, and also into the game for the first time for the Arrows. Well, on the drive and to the hoop. It is good. Trayton Nelson with his first second half field goal. He now has 20 points in the game. Brooks Rylander into the game for the first time for Ashby. As the Comets with the ball, leading 70-39. Fisher drives straight line to the hoop. Quick move by Fisher. He'll go to the line as he was fouled going up. And that's going to be the 4th personal on Bradley Schrader. So Schrader at 4 fouls now. 6-team foul. And Drew Fisher, 7 points in the game. And free throw in the air. It's good. 8 for Fisher. Well, he's averaging about 8.5 points per game the last 3 games. He's going to match that or do better here as Schrader with 4 fouls will come out. Into the game for the first time for the Arrows, number 13, Deacon Steenblock. Second one for Fisher is up, and it's good. 9 for Fisher. Finn Thompson back in for Ashby. Nelson will come out. 72-39. Hillcrest by 33. And inbound, it comes into Thompson. He's guarded by Selvig. Soft pressure here as Thompson between the legs on the dribble into the front court. Comets man-to-man. Over it goes to Brooks Rylander. And that was Steenblock. Hands it off Olson towards the lane. Now loses it out of bounds, and it will go to Hillcrest. 32-27. Rosse leading Underwood early first half. Well, the Pelican Rapids Vikings, they are at Thief River Falls tonight, and they find themselves down at the half 29-20. So the Vikings 16-4 on the year. Got some work to do in the second half to come back from that one in boys basketball. On the drive, Selvig comes to Fisher, lost it, gets it back. Fisher goes up, couldn't get it, goes over the hoop. Drew gets his own rebound, and now he'll bring it back out to the corner and handle the ball up top to Bergey. 8 on the shot clock. Bergey drives, scoops up the shot, and the good little English from Sean on the finger roll, and he gets 2. 17 for Sean Bergey, 74-39. And Thompson on the drive floater is good on the other end for Finn Thompson. 5 for Thompson. 74-41. And Hillcrest with the ball. Berge left-hand drive right to the hoop again. Curls it in. It hung on the rim for a moment. Decided to take the dive through the net for 2. And Sean will go to the line for the and. Try to get the and one. Berge's now up to 19 in the game. And Swedberg and Fisher come out. Stender comes out right now. So into the game for the first time for the Comets. Samuel Swenson is in. And then it's Berge, Nash, House, and Selvig on the floor. As Berge's free throw is good. Sean's got 20, and he will come out as Holmquist will come in. And Hillcrest with their biggest lead of the game, 77-41 on our Park Region scoreboard. Well, Running Stitches Embroidery, they're the local choice for screen printing and embroidery in Fergus Falls. That's Running Stitches Embroidery. Arrows with the ball. Rylander cross deflected by Holmquist, but Thompson comes up with it. Now it's Steenblock. Right-hand dribble. Dishes to Thompson. Hands off Olsen right at the free throw line. Over it goes. 7 on the shot clock for the Arrows. Thompson almost lost it. Over in the corner, Olsen. He's got 2 to shoot. Tough shot off balance off the side of the glass. And that'll be a shot clock violation on Ashby. Their 17th turnover of the game. 10 minutes to play. Comets up 77-41. Nash goes to Swenson right side. Now it's Holmquist. Swings it to Nash. Selvig in the corner underneath the House. Deflected out of bounds by Spear. It'll stay with Hillcrest. Henning leading New York Mills in boys basketball. 12 minutes to play in the game. They're up 47-34. That's in New York Mills. West Central staying on top of Morris area, Chicago, Alberta, the undefeated Morris, 25-19, 4 minutes left. There's Lincoln Nash continues to shoot the ball. He's got 19, so you have Swedberg with 21, Berge with 20, and Nash with 19. And the Comets' lead grows. On the drive, Spear shot is no good, and Selvig with the rebound for the Comets. Here comes Lincoln Nash over in the corner to House on the drive. Picks up his dribble. He comes back, and Selvig dishes to Nash, turns the corner, steps up, flips up the shot, couldn't get it to go, but Lincoln Nash will shoot 2. So that foul, 8th team foul, is going to be on Eric Spear, his second. And Lincoln's free throw off the heel, no good. Only chink in the armor tonight for the Comets. Their free throw shooting hasn't been They're 3 for 7 in the first half. They've missed some here in the second half as well. Second one is good, though, for Nash. So Hillcrest now with 3 players with 20 or more. 20 each for Berge and Nash, and 21 for Swedberg. And the lead is up to 40 at 81-41. And handling the ball, they swing it over to Spear, knocked away, and a steal for Lincoln Nash. Here comes Lincoln. Transition layup is good. 22 for Nash. 83-41 is the score here now as Brooks Rylander swings it near side to Thompson. And Thompson between the legs on the dribble. Back to his right in the lane, jump stop. Over it goes. There's a long 2 for Spear. That's no good, and give Nash the rebound for the Comets. Lincoln into the front court. Arrows matched up man-to-man. Thinks about the shot. Over to Swenson. Back to Lincoln. Top of the key, it's House to Swenson. Coming up, cutting up top, Selvig catches, fires. Three-pointer is good. He can shoot it, and William didn't hesitate, and it was nothing but net. Give Swenson the assist. 86-41. We're at 8:04 to play. As the Arrows, ball goes inside and going to be a reach-in on Griffin House. Now we are in running clock territory with the point differential, and it's under 9 minutes, so the clock will run even on dead balls. As Hillcrest was going to bring a whole new 5 in. Carver Rylander is back in for the Arrows as Olsen comes out. That foul was on Griffin House, his second, team 4th. Comets come in with Micah Rasmussen in for the first time. Swedberg, Fisher, Berge are back in as Rasmussen almost comes up with a steal, although the Arrows have it. And Fisher also in for Hillcrest. Now calling timeout is Carver Rylander for the Arrows. So that is the one thing that will stop the clock in this running time, a timeout. So we'll take a quick break as well. You're listening to high school basketball on KJ Country.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC equal housing lender.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you
where to eat.
All right, back to action, and the long pass almost stolen. The Arrows do come up with it, though. 7:20 now. The Berge comes up with a steal. It's tipped, and here comes Drew Fisher on the drive. Dishes Swedberg. Now he's going to bring it back out. Quite an athletic steal there by Sean Berge. Straight on Fisher for three off the heel. Long rebound comes to Micah Rasmussen. Back to Fisher. And Drew, ball screen moving left. Now he goes on the drive. Scoops up the shot. The layup is good. And big reaction there from the bench. And I think maybe it's because Drew Fisher might be in double figures. I don't know if that's his first time in his career he's done that or not, but they're pretty pumped on that one. Now the Comets with another steal. Rasmussen lead pass. Sean Berge goes for the dunk and couldn't get it. And the rebound goes to Rylander for the Arrows. And quickly down the floor, there's a three for Finn Thompson. Knocking that one down. Give Finn his second three, and he's got 8 in the game. Now on the drive, Berge, good tough spinning layup is good. 22 for Berge, 90-44 is the score. Far corner, it's Rylander. Left-hand dribble. Swedberg comes a double. Over in the corner, Spear. Knocked away by Ethan. He gets it back. Lobs it across, stolen by Berge. Here comes Berge. Lead pass Swedberg behind the defense. Swedberg goes up, thinking about the dunk. Couldn't get it to go. Berge with the offensive rebound. His attempt didn't go. And the Arrows with the basketball. The Comets, maybe some thoughts of some dunks there in transition. Maybe a little indecision, couldn't get him to go as there's a foul. And more substitutions. Fisher's back in. Sawyer Draxon into the game for the first time for Hillcrest. Drake Veldhouse into the game as well for the first time for the Comets. As it is Rylander inbounding for Ashby. We're at 5:15 to play in the game, 90-44. Hillcrest with the lead. Going to be a foul as Schrader on the drive. Fouls on Micah Rasmussen. His first, team 6th. And Rylander inbounds. It comes into, well, it's Carver Rylander to Brooks Rylander. Saves it and able to come back out to Thompson near midcourt. Here's Thompson between the legs on the dribble. Comes back to his right, jump stop. Goes over, here is Schrader towards the baseline. Fade away, 12-footer off the front of the rim, no good. Good rebound there on the offensive side for Rylander. He drives, swings it back out to Spear. Now Thompson with Veldhouse on him. Back it goes to Spear. 10 to shoot for the Arrows. Little turnaround jumper, jump hook for Schrader. No good. Swenson with a Hillcrest rebound. Up the left side, it's Rasmussen. And here's Selvig. Straight on. Three-pointer, good. That is pure. William Selvig, leave him open at your own peril. He can really shoot it. And he's got a couple threes here in the second half. And there's a back cut, knocked away. Hillcrest comes up with a steal with Veldhouse. Lead pass behind the defense. Selvig goes up, couldn't get the layup to go. Hustling in for the rebound is Sawyer Draxton, who gets it to Veldhouse. Back out Swenson. He's open for three. That's no good. Hustling in. There's another good offensive rebound by Veldhouse. He'll shoot the three far side. Off the rim, off the glass, no good. And Spear with a rebound for Ashby. We're at 3:41 to play in the game. And Comets up big, 93-44. Right-hand drive, Rylander in the corner. Thompson for three, off the glass, no good. And another rebound for Swenson in the Comets. Outlet, Veldhuis right to the hoop, too strong off the glass. And it's Schrader, comes up with the ball for Ashby. Lob pass, it goes across. And there's a three for Thompson. And that Finn Thompson, he can shoot it, and he knocks down the three. He's in double figures with 11. 3 threes in the game. 93-47. Selvig left-hand drive, tough scoop, no good. Jackson offensive rebound, and Sawyer Jackson is on the board with the basket. Offensive rebound and putback. 95-47 Hillcrest. Now Thompson on the drive, behind the back on the dribble. Over to Spear. Drives into the lane, comes out to Rylander. That's Carver Rylander. Now he works his way into the lane, stepping through to Thompson. Schrader, he wants the three in the corner, no good. A weak side board goes to Draxton, his third of the game. Now it comes to Selvig, over to Swenson. Swenson left open, pretty deep three, in and out, halfway down, no good. And Schrader with his 5th rebound of the game for Ashby. Now the ball is knocked away and stolen. Here comes Rasmussen, goes up, banks it home. Comets getting a lot of guys in the scoring column. Rasmussen with his first field goal. That's 10 different Hillcrest players that have scored. So 10 of the 12 players that are addressed have scored. On the drive, Schrader shot is no good. Selvig with a rebound. Here's Selvig. He's going to pull up, launch the three. Nothing but net. And the Comets and the student section are pumped as these bench players are coming in and playing some great basketball. They put up triple-digit numbers. It's 100-47 is the score. Selvig with 9 points, all on threes here in the second half. As the arrows have it, Rylander over goes to Thompson on the drive, and there's going to be a foul on the drive. That'll send Finn Thompson to the free throw line. We're at a minute and a half to go as the clock continues to move, even on the dead ball. And as Rasmussen gets his second, team 7th. And the free throw coming for Finn Thompson, his first trip to the line, and that is good. He's got a dozen in the game. Henry Olson back in for Ashby. Deacon Steenblock also in. Spear and Carver Rylander come out. As we are now at 1 minute to play in the game. Free throw for Thompson is good. 13 for Finn Thompson. And we are at 45 seconds to play. Here's Swenson, left-hand dribble. Over it goes to Rasmussen. In the corner now, Selvig. And now Draxton, 2 dribbles left. Kicks it back out. Veldhuis wants the three. That's no good. And long rebound goes to Brooks Rylander for Ashby. Long pass tipped out of bounds by Swenson. As we're now under 25 seconds to play. Hillcrest going to get their 15th win of the season. They're going to stay undefeated in Little 8 play. They're going to improve to 13-0 in Little 8 play. Congrats to Hannah Clark and the Hillcrest Comet girls. They clinched their 2nd consecutive Little 8 conference championship yesterday with their win at Parker's Prairie. A little fadeaway is good by Henry Olson for 2. And that'll put an end to this one. All Hillcrest tonight, their offense was lights out. Final score on our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard. Hillcrest 100 and Ashby 51. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back with our post-game show here from the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Activity Center as you're listening to high school basketball on KJ Country.
From fresh cut steaks to deli favorites and local goodies, Ashby Market and Meats brings the flavor home. Perfect for supper, snacking, or stocking up for the weekend, this place is a local favorite for a reason. Ashby Market and Meats, small town charm, big time taste.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
It takes a team to win on the court and at home. When it comes to heating your house, Ashby Equity is the MVP. Their secure comfort propane options keep you warm all season long. Score big with contract pricing. Put Ashby Equity in the game today at ashbyequity.net.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Auto Owners is local, personal, and affordable. That's simple human sense.
Contact Dallas, Chris, or John at Rylander Insurance Agency in Ashby to find the right insurance that fits you.
Welcome back here to our post-game show, and it was all Hillcrest tonight. 100-51 was the final, as the Comets' offense, they couldn't be stopped. The Arrows did not have an answer for anything Hillcrest did. It was a 2-3 zone in the first half that Hillcrest really picked apart with interior passing, good sealing, unselfish play, moving the basketball around. Ethan Swedberg really dominated the first half. He had 15 points and 8 rebounds in that first half. If the Comets missed a shot, often it was Ethan cleaning it up, putting it back up and in. And but the Arrows, they did show a spark in that latter part of the first half. And Trayton Nelson really got it going. He had 18 of his 20 points in the first half. He had 4 threes. That after the Comets led by 20 in the first half, the Arrows cut it to 14. It ended up being a 16-point margin at half, 49-33. Then the Comets really put it away right away. They scored the first 15 points of the second half and quickly opened up a lead of over 30 and continued to stretch it out. And the performance too, the Comets bench players came in and played great basketball. You know, William Selvig coming in and hitting 3 threes. And Griffin House, Sawyer Draxton, Micah Rasmussen, all with baskets. The bench players came in, and that aided in extending the lead to as big as it was, 100-51, the final score here tonight with Hillcrest winning. So let's take a look at the scoring and stats. Comets led in scoring. Well, they had 3 players with over 20 points. Sean Berge and Lincoln Nash led the way for Hillcrest with 22 points each. It was 21 for Ethan Swedberg, another big night for Ethan. Then Hillcrest had 11 for Drew Fisher, their 4th player in double figures. 9 for William Selvig. He had 3 threes in the game. And it was 5 for Kean Stender, 4 for Zane Holmquist, and 2 points apiece for Micah Rasmussen, Griffin House, and Sawyer Draxton. Lincoln Nash had 3 threes in the game as well. Lincoln, another nice game. I had Ethan Swedberg leading Hillcrest 1 rebound shy of a double-double. He had 9 rebounds, 8 rebounds for Sean Berge. And for the assists, it was 3 for Swedberg, 3 for Nash, and 3 for Stender. I had those assist leaders for Hillcrest. Over on the Arrows side, it was 20 for Trayton Nelson, 13 for Finn Thompson. The 3rd player in double figures was Bradley Schrader with 10. Now, Nelson had 4 threes, Thompson had 3 threes, and Schrader had 3 threes. The Arrows had 10 threes tonight. Then it was 2 points apiece for Henry Olson, Eric Spear, Carver Rylander, and Aiden Jeppesen. I had Schrader and Carver Rylander leading the Arrows with 5 rebounds apiece, and it was 3 assists for Trayton Nelson to lead the Comets. Overall, Comets dominated the boards 40-21, and Ashby had 23 turnovers. Hillcrest I only had for 3 turnovers in the game. I had them for 0 turnovers in the second half. Makes me wonder if I missed 1 or 2 in there, but that's what I had them for. 3 turnovers in the second half. Comets 12 of 20 from the line, and Ashby was 5 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. 2 lead changes all early in the game. Hillcrest with a big win tonight, 100-51 the final. We'll take one more final break, and when we come back, we'll name our Quality Player of the Game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics, as Hillcrest wins it big, 100-51. Back with our Quality Player and to wrap things up after this.
Auto Owners is local, personal, and affordable. That's simple human sense.
Contact Dallas, Chris, or John at Rylander Insurance Agency in Ashby to find the right insurance that fits you.
At Ashby Public Schools, excellence is our tradition. Small school, big impact, lasting legacy. We nurture talents through academics, athletics, and community service. Experience the Ashby difference. Visit ashby.k12.mn.us.
From fresh-cut steaks to deli favorites and local goodies, Ashby Market and Meats brings the flavor home. Perfect for supper, snacking, or stocking up for the weekend, this place is a local favorite for a reason. Ashby Market and Meats, small-town charm, big-time taste.
Back here on our post-game show, Hillcrest gets their 15th win of the year, 100-51 over Ashby tonight in boys basketball. And it's time to name our Quality Player of the Game, sponsored by Quality Toyota. And Lake Country Graphics for screen printing and embroidery on custom apparel with the best in personal service around. Contact Lake Country Graphics at 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027. That's 998-4027 for Lake Country Graphics. A lot of players that Comets could go with you. Sean Berge had another great night. 22 points, 8 rebounds for Sean. Lincoln Nash had 22 points and 3 assists in the game. He had 3 threes. I think the guy that really was the force that was the main cog for Hillcrest throughout the night, especially in the first half, to get Hillcrest off to that good start, Ethan Swedberg. Ethan, the 6'3" senior for Hillcrest on the inside, ended the game with 21 points, 9 rebounds. He led the Comets in rebounds and assists in the game. 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Also, Nash and Stender had 3 assists as well. But Ethan, just on the middle, if there was a missed shot, the Comets didn't miss a ton of shots, but when there was a missed one in that first half, he just towered over people. Not only is he bigger, but he's so athletic, going up high in the air to get the rebounds and easy putbacks. And Ethan Swedberg consistently outstanding tonight, as Hillcrest was consistently outstanding offensively tonight. And Ethan, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. He's tonight's Quality Player of the Game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. So with that, let's take a look at a few of the scores here before we sign off. In the JV game, Hillcrest over Ashby 50-36, and some other final scores in boys basketball. Oh, it's going right down to the wire. Less than a minute to go in Rossay. Underwood is up 60-59, so good one going there in Rossay. In fact, Rossay was up 7 at the half. That'd be a big win for the Rockets if they pulled that one off, but still some time left. Pelican Rapids with 5 minutes left in the second half, trailing Thief River Falls in Thief River, 48-40. Upset alert in Barrett as West Central area is leading undefeated Morris area Chicago, Alberta, 33-26 at the half. With 5 minutes to go, undefeated Henning is up 64-44 at New York Mills. And it's Breckenridge late in the game, trailing Park Christian 62-57. That's a real nice matchup. Fergus Falls Otter boys fall at home to St. Cloud Apollo. That's a good Apollo team. 75-65 the final in that one. And then over in girls basketball tonight, Fergus Falls Otters fell at Little Falls 63-50. So the Otters, that was probably going to be a game for the number 1 seed with Little Falls. They were really close, and the KBRF had a lot of space between them and the other teams. But we'll see how it all shakes out. But the Otters fall to a good Little Falls team on the road, 63-50 tonight. Henning fell to New York Mills 67-54. Breckenridge is up big at Barnesville at halftime, 34-12. Underwood up big on Brandon Evansville, 68-44 halfway through the second half. And West Central area defeats Morris area Chicago, Alberta, 54-47. So there's a roundup on the scoreboard. So with that, I think we'll call it a night here in an offensive juggernaut performance by Hillcrest. they put up 100 points. They win it over Ashby. 100-51 the final on our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard. And one more thing, Running Stitches Embroidery. They're the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. Thanks to Running Stitches Embroidery, one of our sponsors for tonight's game. So the Comets improved to 15-5 on the year, undefeated in Little 8 play. The Arrows fall to 6-14. So thanks so much to Dave Bishop for all of his help tonight with the live stream. And this is Jason Retzloff signing off from the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Activity Center in Fergus Falls. We thank you for listening to Little 8 Conference Boys Basketball on KJ Country.
Thank you for joining us for a special KBRF Radio Sports streaming presentation. Today's game is proudly brought to you by Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout. The Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Midwest Printing. Ashby Schools. Running Stitches Embroidery. Ashby Equity. Ashby Market and Meats. Rylander Insurance. FM Bank. And by American Legion Post number 30. We hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation of KBRF Radio Sports Streaming. You can find this on KBRFradio.com. Click on Sports Streaming, KBRF Radio